Hello and welcome everyone to the Overwatch All-Star Brawl presented by All-Star Esports. This tournament is a double elimination bracket dedicated to the Overwatch Tier 3 community. We got a bunch of cool teams here. We got Hunky Dory News versus Diesel Engines, two kind of new and upcoming teams in the Tier 3 scene. They're going to be facing off in this bracket. I'm joined by Noonie and, of course, myself. I am Sci-Fight. How you doing, Noonie?
I'm good. How are you? How are you?
I'm doing really good. I'm really excited to be casting these games. We finally got webcams online, so we'll be able to entertain everyone with my face as well as my voice.
It's wonderful.
Apologies. It's
Wow.
all right.
Can't sell yourself short, man. That just no confidence, man. You got to keep that confidence level at like.
I'm just a little bit humble, right? I'm not trying
humble
to
brag,
myself.
yeah.
But we got an interview. We got an interview with the manager of Hunky Dory News. We got Dominator here. Dominator, how you doing?
I'm good. How you guys doing?
Doing really good. Thanks for joining us in this pre-match interview.
Yeah, of course.
What are you guys thinking coming into this match? Any thoughts on the meta? Are you planning on doing any trash talking here?
No trash talk. We feel good coming into the tournament. This is going to be the first tournament with the current roster, so we're really excited to get going.
Nice, kind of like a
just
test
test
run.
ourselves against some of the best that T3 has to offer.
Very sick. Very
Only
sick.
the best.
It seems like you guys are relatively new. Can you just talk about how you guys came to be a team and what you really do on the team as well?
Sure. So the team sort of started from 4 of our members who played together in the GameStop tournament a month or 2 ago. Mm-hmm. And then since then, they started trials. They picked me up to help manage the team. And then we found our 2 other roster members. And yeah, so what I do mostly is organizing scrims, making sure that we have people present, that we're all set to go, and pretty much anything that anyone needs on the team, I'm kind of the go-to source to get stuff.
He's the boss, the big boss.
I get stuff done.
Big Boss Pine?
Big Boss Pine, dude, yeah.
Dude, I just saw in one of their GameStop videos where they started picking out like video games, and Pine ended up losing a ton of weight, man. He's like super happy for him.
You're becoming a god, dude. Yeah. Speaking of GameStop, dude, just like that video as well.
GameStop. Oh, segue.
Segway.
But so you guys started from the GameStop tournament. That was actually really entertaining. Had some tier 2 teams in there as well. Bit of controversy with one
Pretty
of the teams
decent
in
amount of
particular.
controversy that we can skim over.
Don't worry
Yeah,
about it.
let's not. Let's say we. Yeah, let's cut the tape right there.
Yeah, it's just like, let's just stop talking about that now. That'd be nice.
But
Thank you.
so tell me what kind of practice goes into your guys' team, and like what kind of commitment you guys are trying to commit to, because the off season is a little bit away. How often are you guys streaming? How many blocks are you guys doing a day?
Yeah, so we're right now doing 6 blocks a week. We have 4 one-day blocks, and then we run 2 blocks on Saturdays, as well as VOD review. So fairly busy, kind of trying to make sure that we stay sharp, that we're sort of comfortable with what's being played, and that we're ready when we need to come into action.
I think a lot of people would, during like the contender seasons and like right before Open Division, would kind of consider that kind of low on the spectrum. But I think now that we're in the off seasons, it's about average. So that's pretty nice. You guys done any preparation in coming to this tournament in particular? I know we got a couple of really cool maps in the map pool. First map going to be the Lijiang Tower. You guys have anything planned for Lijiang?
I actually can't speak for what the team has planned, but
He
I'm
always
sure that they'll
asks
pull
that.
out some fun stuff for you guys. So
Like, you always ask that, like the team's gonna give away this.
You got to give us the juice for like
honestly, every time we do an interview, you ask that, and I feel like you're working for the other team.
the map is right. The map is
Under
about
the
to
table,
start.
just-
Okay.
just to give you.
Oh.
Yeah, that's still time for them to be like, oh, time to run the strat.
No, it's a 3-minute delay. It's a
Yeah,
3-minute
true.
delay.
We don't want any stream.
The map's gonna
snipers.
start in less than 3 minutes, Noonie.
I don't know,
I feel
man.
betrayed. My own casters betrayed me.
Well, maybe stop asking that question. I don't know, man.
I wanted to know if you guys had any like specific heroes that you guys have practiced or
Yeah,
something
like
lately, but I guess we'll see in the match.
yes, and nothing hugely
Nothing too-
revolutionary. So
yeah. How do you guys feel like in the 2-2 meta now that everything's just locked in and ready to go? How do you guys feel like it's gonna go?
it's an interesting shift. We're really confident in our players being able to adapt over. We have some really talented players that can play roles that they have been practicing for a while, and yeah, we're really excited to show off what they can do.
Nice. Happily, no goats.
Is there any
Let's go.
particular player that we should watch out for on your team?
Tonight, keep an eye out for Guile. He's one of our new pickups. Been popping off recently, so yeah.
Sick. All right.
Awesome.
Well, thank you, Dominator, for coming on. We appreciate the taking your time out of your day. I know you said you wanted to watch the game and then head to bed after this. So
Take a
thanks a
little
lot,
nap.
man.
Yeah, thank you guys. Have a fun cast.
Will do.
Thank you.
It's always fun when me and Noonie are playing.
Playing? Yeah.
We're casting.
We playing around on these cats. We ain't playing
we,
around, dude.
We play
Come on.
around as well.
Yeah.
Got a lot of people in the in-game chat, trash talking, which is really nice. A lot of
They're
people
not-
have hats.
They're not trash talking. They're just making smiley faces. Fans.
Yeah.
This is just the epitome of PMA.
Tier 3 in a nutshell.
Hog, dude.
We're going to be getting into the map in just a little bit. Should be really exciting. I am so excited to be casting these, especially with the webcams going on, Noonie.
Oh, dude. Shout out.
It's been a while.
It's been quite a while since we've casted, and now we just have this brand new setup, new everything, dude. It's just great. Plus the
We've been
face.
doing this for like 5 months or so. So
5
like actually
months.
having cams and having everyone see our faces is really sick.
Yeah.
Gonna be getting into the game. Lijiang Tower. which
Ooh,
one's
I
gonna be
love
starting at
Lijiang
first?
Tower. Oh,
Will be control center. Guile immediately feeds.
I don't even know how he accomplished that, but very cool.
That was like really quick. He must have like punched himself into like the corner right below the spaceship that they spawn in.
Just like glitched his
smart.
way out.
Yeah. So the cool thing about these teams is that we don't really have any info to go on. Both these teams are fairly new, and You know, we got Hunky Dory News in the blue, Diesel Engines in the red. Going to be User Wet, Aquatic, Guile, Widow, John, and Tuo, and Hunky Dory, Turing, ZCR, Wolf, Arzenix, Zerari, and Danik in the red team.
Ready for battle.
Yeah,
Really
just like
excited
you,
to see what these teams do.
yeah, just like you said, we have absolutely no information. These are kind of new teams, so it's going to be just a real surprise to see what these teams can roll out at the moment. I'm ready.
I love the unavailability of information, right? I love seeing these new teams pop up and I want to see like the new Clockwork Vendetta in this tournament because this is where it starts, right? This is where Tier 3 starts.
This is
start
where
by
everyone
giving yourself a name in the
began.
tournament, then you get picked up, just like Bermuda picked up Bermuda Academy, formerly redacted. You can really make a name for yourself in these tournaments, and that's exactly what their team did.
You definitely can. Both teams running the Doomfist, however. I really want to see how that goes. Wolf already gets punched away by Guild. And now it's just a fight for the point. Whoever can break that shield down first can be the winner of this. Guild goes for the pick on Zenitari, which is very clean here.
Oh yeah.
However, you
Really
do
good.
have
A lot
the
of rocks
Pharaoh.
being lobbed.
You have the Pharaoh come from Hunky Dory, so now you really have to find the answers. ZSR doesn't really have that though on Reaper, but he does have a lot of damage down there, but Widow gained the pick on ZSR. We got User Wet taking down Turning. Very nice. It looks like they're cleaning up here a bit. Guild gain another kill onto Wolf. And it looks like Hunky Dory's going to take that point right now.
Yeah, Guile playing really well with the Doomfist, weaving in and out of these fights, making sure to keep in touch with his cooldowns, make sure that he's not caught out. Zerari going to be swapping to the McCree to try and counter the Farah. And
Yeah.
oh my god, it is a little bit disorientating to call a Farah a Widow, because that's his name.
Or
Come on,
dude,
man, you guys got to get better names.
Dude, their names are
I love
great.
you guys, but
Guild goes for the punch on Z.
Ooh.
He gets it right away, but he's going for Arnix as well. Ooh, baby.
he's clean.
Guild's been
Gotta get
popping off
pocketed
on
by
this
the Mercy.
Doomfist at the moment.
Kind of low, but they're going to be good.
Oh, he might have overextended here a bit. He does get the flashbang, but it looks like he'll be able to retreat to his team once again, pulling back. Hunky Dory's holding this point like a champ at the moment.
Yeah, they do, and they have the ults to match as well. You know, ZCR on the Mei, swapping off from the Reaper.
Coalescence coming in from Danik.
Left hook.
Ooh, sorry, finally gets Widow on this fight here. That's going to be huge for them. Oh, they're going to get the res off on that. Yes, they do. They res Widow. John back up and ready to go again. It seems like this Widow's doing so much work, even being countered by Zari. High Noon goes off, doesn't find much value. The bomb goes down. Guild finds a pick once more onto the Lucio. User Wet does take down Turning. This is so clean. And plus the Pharah with the damage boost from the Mercy and the Bongo is just putting so much pressure onto him that Diesel can't even get out of the spawn at the moment.
Yeah, and the fact is that Guile and Widow is just so brawly with their hero picks right here. They're able to be pocketed by the immense main support heals coming from John's Mercy and Tuo's Moira, and it's just doing a lot for them. They have ults to carry them on, and this might come down to the last fight here. Guile pins her on the flank.
Ooh, here comes the punch, here comes the barrage. Widow does get Turning, but the signal does come in from Wolf. It does pin a couple of them to the ground, but they can recover from that. CSR goes down. Arnhangs gets a pick on the Aquatic as well, but they can't even touch the point.
And that was such a great play coming from Hunky Dory News, forcing that fight over there, basically forcing the Lucio to try and backdoor, which makes that fight an automatic 6v5 for them. It gives you the power play. Going to be able to cap that point. Guile doing so much work in that first round, and Widow's Farah doing a lot of damage in the long run. You're not going to see Farahs get a ton of kills and eliminations. Like really good ones in this kind of pro play are going to do a lot of damage, but they're not exactly going to be securing kills. That's not exactly what Farah does. And unfortunately, Guile is there to secure those kills and get the frags that his team needs. We will be seeing some swap ups. ZCR is going to go back on the Reaper, and we will be seeing Zerari Farah. Arsadek's going to speed his team out and then go Mercy. Both these teams doing the same kind of strategy. It will be User Wet on the Hammond. We haven't seen this Wrecking Ball before.
It seems like both teams now don't have an answer to Pharah as well. You really don't have anything to just counter her. No hit scan, no McCree, no 76. Just these Pharaohs are going to be able to just play out of their mind at the moment. Just uncountered. Just a brute force to be reckoned with. User Wet spinning around the point at the moment, trying to find a pick.
Guile gets hit by a rock and is unable to rock.
Guile going for the punch, finds one on ZSR. It's clean up. It's looking really good for Hunky Dory here. Losing people. Guile once again onto Wolf. Aquatic finishes off. Thank you. Danik, and then you have just this fair fight that's still ongoing at the moment. Just keeping their attention here. Widow versus Zari. It's insane. Like, they're both just trying to get the picks and trying to get direct hits right in the air. It's just like,
I feel like Guile is like actually his character from I believe Street Fighter. Really funny.
Dude, it's a one-punch
actually
man.
portraying himself.
Oh, once again on
God.
CSR. Guile,
He's
what
gonna
are you
punch him out of
doing,
oblivion.
madman? 2-0 just
Coalescence.
finding a pick on the Mercy with the Coalescence. You'd love to see that.
Yeah. Zari's already low too. Guile is 1v3 in the front line. Oh, they get a pick though.
Ooh. Zari does take down Widow now. You have to just kind of play a little bit passive here if you're Hunky Dory, because you just lost your main damage, the kind of pressure you had on there. If Guile can find a pick here on everyone, a tank or a support, they can be able to ult a little better. He does have the ult. Can he go for the Coalescence? He has to find a pick here. Ooh, but he had the barrage coming in as well. Gets taken out. Aquatic gets taken out of Mech. Wolf finishes off that Diva. And Wolf gets TO as well.
Very nice fight win. They finally get a fight win. ZCR is going to be able to. Oh nope, they're just going to reset off the map.
Uses the Hammond ult, but it just doesn't seem like it's going to find value at the moment. Maybe for a stall at perhaps, but you don't have a lot of the team here coming from Hunky Dory. A lot of Diesel just kind of pressured onto him and took him off the point.
Yeah, really nice stagger coming out. They finally kept the point. Diesel Engine's looking pretty good too. They have the definite ult advantage. Going to be seeing a bit of a change in comps. Will be the Arisa and Sigma to try and counter out all that damage coming from Pharah and Widow. Massive shields means Pharah's not going to get a lot of ult percentage in. Widow's not going to be able to do much.
Definitely. It looks like we have Hunky Dory pushing back onto the point. The Bongo comes in from turning. You have also the visor up, but you really need to find a point here. If you're on Hunky Dory, here comes the barrage from behind. Ziari gets one onto TO. Sweat does find it onto him, however, and you do have the hook coming in from Wolf, taking down John. They're losing the supports, both supports on the side of Hunky Dory. It isn't looking too good for him at the moment.
Dial from the back.
Can he find a pick here is what he really needs. He's looking for he find it. Widow does find the pick on the Wolf, however. That is a big pick, taking down one of the tanks on the side of Diesel, but Zari does finish off Guile.
Looking pretty even for now.
Hunky Dory kind of got that return right there. They just got right back on him to it. Very nice, very clean retake.
Yeah, see the thing about Doomfist that a lot of people don't quite understand is that not only is his burst damage like really good, he has a lot of control CC when it comes to the uppercut and the Doomfist punch being able to displace, but also he's such a he is such an attention grabber coming into these fights. So even if you trade 1-for-1, your team could still win the fight because all the attention is focused on you. ZCR goes down.
Ooh, that's a clean pick, but woo, Widow from the back. Wolf comes in with the hook and just takes him out. Guile does find the pick on the Danik, but is it going to be enough? Because they do res ZSR, and if he can find a pick on the here, but it doesn't matter. They don't even touch the point on the side of Diesel.
Oh man, oh man. Hunky Dory with the 2-0 on Li Zhang, gonna bring the map score up to 1-0. And man, what a good Doomfist we saw coming from Guile, just like his Street Fighter counterpart. So good, so well played.
Definitely,
Funny thing about
super
Guile
aggressive.
and Street Fighter, some like fighting game
Trivia.
thing. Yeah, when Street Fighter 2 came out, I'm not old enough to have played it, but I know for a fact that when Street Fighter 2 came out, Guile was by far the best character.
I mean, it shows here.
He was
as
kind of
well.
broken. Everyone were playing.
He's going crazy over here. I think it's more Guile's just very aggressive Doomfist. It goes really well with Widow's just Pharah. It's just really just, she keeps the pressure, the Pharah keeps the pressure, and Doomfist goes in for the killing blow. It's amazing to see.
We will be seeing a map kind of differential. We'll be swapping maps. We'll get a ban and a pick of one map from the map pool. Really excited to see what diesel engines can kind of turn to on this. Besides the control percentage, control looked really dominating coming from Hunky Dory. Noonie, what do you think needs to happen from diesel engines? Do they need to provide a counter pick?
definitely a counter pick to that Doomfist, something like a McCree or even a Vegeta on support. Because it seems like Guile was just in there uncontested. Yeah, you did have, you know, the Doomfist coming on as well from, you know, ZSR, but you just really needed to find just the picks from him. But Guile was just an uncontested brute force that just could not be reckoned with, and he was just going in there, taking a pick, taking two, and just running straight back out.
He was doing super well. I got a couple of shills, stuff I gotta cover between maps. Number one is September is around. You guys, if you guys haven't subbed to this channel before, you can sub for just $2.50. And the cool thing about that is that, you know, Star Esports actually gets the full $5 amount from it. So you're supporting, you're supporting them twice as much, and you're paying half as much.
You're supporting really us. And as well, I think we're only one away now from another emote slot, if I'm correct, one subscriber away. So we'll be able to get a brand new emote, which would be very, very.
Did someone subscribe while we were casting?
Yeah, it was me. It was me.
Oh, it's you.
And we do have something called Twitch picks here under the screen. You can vote for your MVP of the match there, whoever you thought on Hunky Dory or Diesel's Engines, whoever you thought was really just like a force to be reckoned with. I mean, come on. Mine's Guiled at the moment. That could change later on, but if you want to choose your MVP now or later on, just keep that in mind.
Subscribe. I know we got a lot of people in the chat that aren't subbed. If you want to support the Tier 3 community, this is one of the best tournaments for it. Get a lot of new and upcoming teams that are playing, and you also get the top Tier 3 teams, teams like Bermuda Academy and Winnable that
Winnable
in the tournament too. It's really sick.
Definitely just consider that, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It is it's a really good thing. We have any info on map?
Map's currently being decided.
Hunky Dory has banned Temple of Anubis. Ooh. And Turing on Diesel Engines will be playing. We'll be picking Volskaya for our next map. Going to be
very nice
an assault map.
Volskaya is actually one of my favorite maps. It's kind of close to Route 66 and above Eichenwald.
It's one of your favorite 2CP maps.
Yeah, one of my favorite. Smile.
Yeah.
Everyone loves 2CP, dude. You don't like 2CP?
It's all right. I actually like it a lot more than other people do. And the thing about 2CP is that, like, when you look at the Overwatch League and all that, it's the teams that are better will win those maps. And when it comes to Control, you see the most upsets. And you know what that says about Control is that it's kind of random. It's like RNG. Whereas Assault 2CP is kind of like skill based. And I know people hate it, but like if you destroy someone and you're playing comp and you destroy them on 2CP, like you're easily better than that team by far. Like it's not a question. So it's a really good judge of skill.
Yeah, and speaking of like 2CPs, on this map, it seemed like Hunky Dory was just like on Li Zhang was just uncontested on there. It was kind of crazy to see. They had just the pressure and they had Gil just getting the picks. It was amazing to see.
It really was. Got some cool people in the chat that like Street Fighter 2. Big shout out.
Smile, smile.
Yeah, I'm sure the Guile is a reference to Street Fighter. But we are ready. We're going to be going to Volskaya Industries. Big 2CP map. Going to see some change-ups from each team. I honestly, I'm calling Arisa Sigma on both attack and defense. It's
definitely. That seems like the tank comp that's being run lately. It's just Arisa Sigma. I mean, it's really good. The two shields plus like the stationary shield from Arisa is very nice to see, but you also have that mobile shield coming in from Sigma, which is just, it's huge if you want to block a barrage, even a high noon.
Yep. Really excited. I also think that we're going to see on the defense, we might see some Mei. We did see some Mei on Control Center.
Yeah, we saw it from ZSR. It looked pretty good.
Oh yeah, we did see a little bit from ZCR, but it was well, they kind of smacked, right? So I didn't see too much of it. We will be seeing Guile on the Mei. Hopefully these picks stay. And I think Widow's Symmetra right here. This is a really nice niche pick because we're expecting to see Arisa Sigma. And the thing about Symmetra that a lot of people don't know is that her left click damage, her left click ammo actually recharges off of a shield, and it grows in power the more that it's on, the more that you're attacking. So you actually gain a lot from being against shields, and that's why Symmetra's been really powerful. Symmetra has a DPS of 180, which means if you have 200 HP, you melt in just about a second. They're going to be teleporting to the left side, waiting for the Symmetra to teleport.
Ooh, a very sneaky play. I think
they've caught this out though.
Yeah, they caught it already. Hunky Dory still going to the left. However, they got the high ground now, which is really nice to see. Ooh, a good pick from Userwet. Now it's kind of just going to have to be an attack of the trades at the moment.
Guile doing a lot of work here, zoning people out with that May. And you see the Symmetra just going in and just destroying.
Look at that. Widow getting a 2-pick already. Absolutely clean. TUO gets it on ZSR as well. And that was just a clean sweep. Even though, you know, Diesel kind of caught on to that kind of teleport to the left thing. Hunky Dory really didn't care. They just got aggressive as all hell and just went on to that point and took it away.
Ended up topping out in less than a minute. Nate's going to go out from 2-0. I've seen some swap-ups. ZCR are going to be on the Doom Fist for some brawling potential. Rory will be playing at the Symmetra 2 match. Oh!
Ooh, that's a good pick as well. At the moment, there's no ultimates from each side. Each team doesn't have anything built up at the moment. So this is kind of like a dry one of just which team has the skill to push this point. Widow's so charged with that Symmetra beat.
Oh my god, that anti.
Ooh, that was a big anti. Widow's down as well. There goes to him, man. That's the big damage dealer. Are they going to be able to hold this? Diesel might be able to win this back.
They will. They'll be able to.
Yeah,
Sorority's
definitely.
gonna hold up a bit of a waste on aquatics, gravitic flux. But it's all going to be good. They're going to be able to reset. They got a couple ultimates in tow for the next fight. Just Danix Anna with this nano going to be used. So attack still looking fine. You got a bunch of ults. You got the Symmetra wall, which might be huge, coming out.
Hunky Dory's just kind of putting their toes in the water here. They don't want to really commit to too much of a fight unless they know they can have the advantage over it, which is really good to see. Because now you have the Coalescence, you have the Nano onto Widow, who if they can build their beam up in this amount of time, it could be the big Nano that can win this fight. Dory does get guiled, however, so that's kind of a losing pick for them. Oh, there we go. So that's what we need to see. Ziari has the beam. Even though Widow had the nano, he had the charge already set up from the shields. Look at that, a 3-pick coming in from Ziari. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, everyone else kind of reset. Really good plays coming from Zerari, Symmetra. And I'm honestly just glad that Diesel Engine's going to be able to hold on here. They're not giving up too much. The first fight on the first control point seemed a little too dominant, but now they've kind of gotten their feeling. However, 4 ults coming out from Hunky Dory News. We do have the flanking Tracer there with the pulse bomb. Oh, bomb going out. Not hitting anything though.
Oh, here comes the pole ever, but they got the shield up from that Sigma. Aquatic just saving his team right there. They had a lot of damage coming their way, and he just dropped the shield right below him. Seems like they're going to go in here now. They have Guiled with the Mail. The Blizzard's on point, halfway there. They do take out Ziari, so this could be huge for them, but there's so many shields up at the moment. You have the wall coming in, and the Gravitic Flux coming in from Wolf, the Beat Drop coming in from John, the Bongo from Userwet. The damage booster could be huge. They're capping point. They got 2 ticks already. Can they get a third one is the question. Gil does take down ZSR. They do have the teleporter up top. Turning, she is back on point, trying to hold for as long as she can. They do have the Coalescence come from TUO, and it looks like Hunky Dory is going to be able to take this point as well.
Unfortunate. Arzenix with the Moira was coalescing from the flank and providing a lot of damage, but wasn't able to touch the point because you can't use any of your other abilities when you're through Coalescence. So, gonna be the cap coming in from Hunky Dory News, and they got 3 minutes on the clock as well. Looking fairly good for them. That was a pretty good cap in decent time too.
Yeah, 2-0 just. That Coalescence was absolutely huge. Just the damage they really needed to get that point done. You did have the pick on Ziari very early on, so that was huge as well. Getting that Symmetra out of the fight. They had their beam at level 3 already. They just had so much damage coming out of them that even while, you know, Widow had the nano boost on the Symmetra, she didn't have the charge at all, so it just was kind of a losing battle.
I want to think a special shout out to poor Zach for the tier 1 sub. We have reached our emote goal. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't sub though. Just for 250 if you are a new sub, would be really cool to support this tournament. They are gonna get $5 from the 250 that you actually send, which would be kind of amazing. It's like Twitch is paying the same amount is like covering some of your costs for supporting tier 3, which is what you want to be doing in Overwatch. You got to support the tier 3 community.
Always support. That's the motto of Jeff Kaplan, I believe.
Yep. Support tier 3. But yeah, gonna be seeing Widow on this far here defending. Will be Guile on the signature Doomfist. Love that.
I didn't believe you when you said Widow on far would be disorienting, but it's kind of messing me up. I'm kind of like, there's no Widow. What are you talking about? It seems like they're running Symmetra here. They're gonna go straight to teleport to point. I mean, that could be something huge for Diesel, but
I think we'll take it slow. Oh,
ooh, you can't lose someone that early on, however. But it's all right. Can they get Guile? Yes, they do. Ooh, he kind of pushed up a bit. Yes, ZR getting the Widow right now. Absolutely huge.
Oh my God, Zerari's Symmetra is
turning left at the moment, but he's back up. It looks like it's going in the way of Diesel at the moment. You do have a lot of people down on Hunky Dory, so they can't really do much here. Absolutely, getting Userwood out of this fight would be a huge pick for him. It looks like they're just going to be as aggressive as much as they can at the moment. You do have a big anti coming in. They do get Arcs next. Ooh, that's kind of a big pick here. Guile go for another punch on the Danik.
Oh my God, Guile.
Showing once again just how aggressive his Doomfist is, just picking them picks up.
Oh my God,
Guile trying to run away as fast as he can, but he just can't quite run away from Guile, who has the Mercy Pocket as well. Absolutely.
Dude, this guy's insane on Doomfist. I love it. I love seeing the aggro Doomfist. It's like right up on a Widow's throw. Like, what's up, man? You want to shoot my head? You're gonna have to shoot it from melee range, bro.
You're gonna have to punch me to kill me.
Yeah. Shoot my head. I'm right in front of you. Please shoot it. You know, I love that. You can see the attitude in his play. You know, which is amazing. Maybe revolving around the right hand side.
Kind of trying to toss there. Ziari back down out of that fight by Guile. He goes for the punch again on ZSR. Oh. My God, he's a force to be reckoned with. If I keep telling you this, is he gonna go after that Lucio? Yes, he is. A 3-man pick.
It's kill stolen from User Wet for the 4K. Oh, John goes down.
Oh, 4, man.
5.
Jesus, 5.
And Guile just popping out.
Lord almighty, they just can't stop him at the moment.
Yeah, John died a little bit though, so they're gonna use Guile. You gonna go back for John? All right, so this is like a bit of a misplay. You want to go back here? Oh, here we go. Guile is.
There we go, there we go. You need to kind of counter this Doomfist at the moment. Guile is too powerful. He just has no counter.
All deals.
They do have the damage boost coming in from User Wet. Can that be enough to take some picks out of here is the question. Aquatic looking for some picks as well. He does get the meteor, or yeah, he gets the boulder on the Ziari as well.
Oh,
nice quick pick on the ZSR. Guile with the uppercut, getting 2 of them right out of that fight. Man, I think you were right about that Street Fighter kind of energy coming from him, man, because this is uppercut, left, right, VA, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's sick.
Love it. Love it.
Right there. Oh my God, where is this guy?
Dude, he's getting these extended picks. He's just going as far as he can, and he doesn't get punished for it.
This guy's a monster. You know, when Dominator told us that we needed to watch out for Guile, I didn't believe him, but now I do. I believe him now. We need to definitely keep an eye on this guy in Tier 3. Wouldn't be surprised if he gets picked up by another team. But honestly, you know, Hunky Dory News looking amazing coming into this tournament. They just look unstoppable in this game here.
Going for the punch once again. Is he going to get caught out? I don't know about that, but they do have the Prophetic Flux coming in from Aquatic, but he does get taken down as well by Ziari. You have a lot of ults getting traded here, but you just need to keep up your Doomfist, who's your main damage dealer.
Widow goes down, though. This looks like a 3v3. Advantage going to be going to the attackers here. Gonna be a really scrappy fight.
Oh, sleep on the wolf. He gets punched as well. This is absolutely huge. Are they even going to be able to contest this point is the question. Guile just being that gatekeeper, keeping away Wolf. Goes for the Meteor Strike. The Prophetic Flux as well comes from Wolf. And Guile's just going for the supports. He is anti, but he might be able to take this pick onto Diana. Or are they just going to collapse on him entirely? Wolf in the backline, however, gets 2 picks with the Gravitic Flux.
Guile in the backline, though. He's always on your supports.
He's doing as much as he can, but it feels like Diesel's going to be able to pick this up from Wolf. Absolutely huge coming from him. Definitely showing a new definition of violence.
Yeah. Really nice Gravitic Flux from Wolf. He got slept and then punched out, but the collision damage when you hit the wall didn't go through, so you didn't take that additional damage. Ended up ulting from the back line, and that destroyed that team fight. They're going to be given 3 minutes, but already they're on a timer because they already have less time than Hunky Dory News. Not many change-ups. They're already going to be on the Tracer that they swapped to with that attack. ZCR on the McCree to try and stop that Doom Fist.
Definitely what they need. Guile goes down with the pick, but he realizes his mistake.
Deadeye?
Noon's up here. He's going to go for the Deadeye. Can they find some damage through these shields? You do have the pulse bomb on Ziari onto Guile. This could be huge for Diesel at the moment. But John does get that res onto him. An even fight at the moment. Guile going crazy again. A punch and an uppercut. Absolutely beautiful. Can he go for another one? He does go for another one. Oh my god. Someone needs to stop this guy, honestly.
Insane. Oh my god, the 4K. Again from Guile, cleaning up the fight. What I really liked about that fight was particularly Aquatic on the Sigma had used the accretion, that rock that people just call rock anymore. Arsenix had coalesced and he had canceled it with the rock, so
absolutely huge. Definitely
that was basically all of the healing just disappeared in an instant. And
yeah, that coalescence going down.
There's not a lot of ults coming from Diesel Engine as well. They don't have anything. They have the nano coming up in a couple of seconds though. Could prove useful.
We do have Hunky Dory. They do have some ults as well. They have Meteor Strike. They have the damage booster, and they do have Nano. Danik, however, is the only one with Nano on the other team, but they do have the Pulse Bomb right back up for Diesel, so they can take this back. They go for the Pulse Bomb. They do get 2-0. And here comes the Nano. Onto the Tracer. That's a little bit of a crazy thing, but I want to see how it turns out. The Meteor Strike's coming from the sky. Goes for the punch. Widow getting the heavy barrage. And Guile gains Ziari. Absolutely huge. Wolf in the back line just trying to hold on to that point as much as he can. He does take down 2-0, but he just goes down in the process.
They actually could have staggered Wolf a little bit more on that Sigma. I know that he was killing their team, but you have the spawn room right there. And if you knew that Wolf had Gravitic Flux already and that he had his ultimate, you could just leave him around and just be like, hey, you're on the point, but like we're contesting and your old
we're just kind of
gone,
busy fighting you, buddy.
Yeah, this will be the last fight for sure though, so they really didn't need to stagger too much, but they could have made it a little better for themselves. Deadeye not going to be seen coming from ZCR, however. Gravitic Flux coming out from both teams. We'll be seeing that.
Here comes the Coalescence. 25 seconds on the clock. Can they take this back is the question for Diesel.
Here we go.
Into Gravitic Flux, the Nano onto Widow. Both Gravitic Fluxes coming from both sides. Pounding each enemy team to the ground. Guile gets another pick, but he gets taken down by ZSR. ZCR absolutely popping off. But are they going to be able to take
for
this?
A little bit, but no, they are not going to be able to take it. Hunky Dory News is going to go up 2-0 in that series. Unfortunately, their tank line just disappeared from that Gravitic Flux. Even if that Gravitic Flux doesn't hit you, it's such a huge AoE ability that it forces the team to scatter, right? And a lot of people don't think that that actually has utility, but it has a ton. And if you make the team move away from each other and you pick them off, like with Guile's Doomfist and with Widow's Farah, God, that is so irritating to say. You basically win the fight just off of that. Like if you split the enemy team apart, it's so good. Shout out to Happy Feet 116454 for the 3-month resub. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. I think that's is that our emote slot? Did we pass that a while?
We already passed it a little bit, but really appreciate you guys. Yeah.
Thank you guys so much. Honestly, yeah, about the Gravitic Flux, it actually renders every character that's stuck in it, every hero that's in that Gravitic Flux is just abilities useless. They can't use anything, any movement abilities just to run away. So it is a pretty big ult.
It is, and I am... God, Hunky Dory News just... they look so good. Guile is kind of crazy, and I love seeing his Doomfist. I hope that Refused, you're spectating him a lot because he's just so fun to watch. Even if he kind of feeds sometimes, like 5% of the time there's an int, but I think that was because of
it's not
McCree,
feeding.
right?
It's just like he goes in and he knows he can be this aggressive.
Yeah.
Sometimes the enemy team's just like, all right, we're tired of just taking that. We're gonna punish you for overextending.
I'm not Guile, I'm not trying to say that you're feeding. It's just that sometimes when you engage, the enemy team kills you. That's all. But you know, the 95% of the chance is that he goes crazy and kills 4 people on his own. Just like that's what more could you want from a TPS, right?
More kills, always more kills. I mean, come on, what else do you want from him?
You know what I find really interesting is that both Guile and Widow have been playing flex DPSs. I'm wondering what we're going to be seeing coming from them in the future. If one of them is going to specialize on the hit scan, you can clearly tell that Zerari and ZCR are both playing. Actually, both of them have been playing kind of hybrid, right? You saw ZCR on the McCree, and you saw Zerari on the Tracer, which are both technically hit scans. And so it's kind of interesting. It's really like hit scan versus flex, and it seems like flex DPS is really in charge this.
Yeah, definitely in this kind of meta. Hit scans was kind of like an old meta thing. You know, you don't see a lot of 76, you don't see a lot of McCree. You see more actually just Doomfist, really. And it's no surprise that Guile's just this good at Doom with 53 hours on them. That's enough to just show that you're ready and you're committed to just punching some people.
He must have a Smurf that he plays that on. It was way more than 50 hours shown from that guy. He just seems so talented on that hero. He's providing so much for his team because even if he isn't getting his team kills, he's getting the disruption and his team is able to follow up because everyone's eyes are on Guile. His team's eyes and his opponent's eyes and our eyes. Like everything is on him, and he's definitely the star of Hunky Dory Doos. Coming into this next map, we will be seeing a ban 2-0 from Hunky Dory Doos. Going to be banning Hollywood, which is a hybrid map. Diesel Engine's going to be picking the next map. They picked Nepal, which is a control map. We'll be seeing more of the control coming from them, and I like the control. As I said before, control eats a lot of upsets. You can get some cool fights in, and when you win a fight, you can also snowball your advantage, make it so that the enemy team has to like force themselves into you. And when you're playing the Sigma and Orisa comps, you have all these shields and walls to like bait people into and lead people into corners and disrupt them, and kind of like pick at them from afar, right?
Yeah, and definitely just speaking of just that kind of thing, you know. Even though Guile's like Doomfist is very aggressive, Diesel seeming to pick up on that as well. They do have ZSR just picking the McCree, and he was doing very well at the end. I feel like if they swapped him earlier to McCree, he would have been able just to dominate in a way, because he was getting some really crazy picks at the end of those fights.
He really was.
Maybe now if he sees Guile on the Doomfist, you know, CSR will just go straight to McCree and just annihilate him. Because that's kind of what they need. They need to just take him down immediately.
You keep saying ZSR when it's CCR.
Yeah, I think my mind's like VSR.
Yeah. It does sound kind of cooler. I know that it's an acronym. I just don't know of what. And I think if they reverse sweep, then we have to ask that question: what does it stand for? And
definitely.
Answer the question: what does it stand for? You know, got a lot of questions for these teams, especially coming from their first games of this tournament. This is the first that we've seen of these teams in any of the brawls, and I honestly, these are the games that I love to watch.
Definitely, and just no information at all about the teams. This is just pure raw talent coming from them.
Yep, raw, unseen talent too.
Raw, just going straight in damage.
Unseen footage. It's like watching
Classified.
a never before seen species.
Just going in for it.
Yeah, of like Velociraptor.
ZCR actually on the Doomfist to fight Guile. Can he win this kind of Doomfist fight? This is actually Street Fighter. Is this Evo or something, dude? Honestly, they're going crazy on it. It looks like, look at this kind of fight, dude. There's so much damage, so much people being thrown around that it's not even funny. Guile does get the picks onto the Mercy. Wolf does take down Aquatic. Ooh, and ZCR does lose that Doomfist battle, but Wolf does take the pick on the Guile, so this could be in the way of them.
Yeah, it will.
Could be in the way of Diesel.
Yeah, it's just 2-0 that's staggering out, and they're going to be able to capture this. Diesel Engine's really good play coming from them on the blue side. Guys, just a reminder, this might be the last map, so make sure to vote for your MVP. Where they're coming down to the last couple fights.
God, almost fell off the map on the right side a bit. Just kind of almost uppercutted a little too late, but that's fine. He's back up and he's ready to go. Here comes the Coalescence coming in once again from Danik. If they can take down this Pharaoh Pit, it will be huge.
Really going for this Pharah.
The Pharaohs are just, they have no counter at the moment. They do have, like, each of team has a Pharaoh just with no counter, so they're kind of just doing as much damage with their Mercies as they possibly can. Guile does take down Danik. User went, gets the Mercy. Guile, game 2 from that fight. Crazy coming from him. They do get the res on to 2-0 as well, so that's very good. And it seems like Hunky Dory is back up and running once again.
Yep. However, still kind of winnable for Diesel Engine. You got the ultimates coming up from Tyring's Orisa and the whole hog coming in from Wolf. You also have the rocket barrage coming in from Zerari, which could prove really useful. You don't have a lot of things to stop it, though you do have Aquatic. And
look at this little Doomfist fight on the left side.
Yeah.
That was very cool to see. ZCR also has his Doomfist ult. Both have Meteor Strike, so this could be huge for either side.
Guile.
Ooh, here comes the Meteor Strike. ZCR does get taken down by Aquatic. Widow down as well from Ziari. And here comes the barrage. John stomps that in its tracks, though, with a 2-pick. The Valkyrie 2-pick coming from John and the Resurrection. My God, that might be enough for an MVP right there. That was a very nice fight. Guile gained 2 picks again. Once. Ooh, man.
Another fight win coming from them. Not a lot of ultimates on either team. Got a 3-3. Aquatic coming on the Gravitic Flux, which could prove useful. Team's not very mobile.
Guile and
Besides ZCR.
DSR looking for this Doomfist fight. Look at this little corner. They're ready to fight.
Oh boy. Yep. Guile on point too.
Going for the punches, going for the uppercuts. Who's going to be able to take this? He goes for the Meteor Strike. ZCR getting out of there.
Guile goes down. This could be a power play.
He did take a lot of damage from ZCR from that, so that was very big. And here he goes. ZCR is just being aggressive here. He's just going in for as much as he can, throwing people around the point everywhere.
Yeah, they're trying to brawl it out. Guile's back though. 2-0 goes down.
Ooh, Aquatic goes down as well. Can this be another pick from them? It seems like Diesel's getting their foothold in here very well.
Yeah, they're gonna be able to cap here. Guile's gonna try to get
crazy on this Doomfist.
Yeah.
Maybe we didn't even need to see just a McCree from him. Maybe we just need to see a Doom v Doom.
A counter Doomfist, yeah.
Your worst enemy
It is proving like really entertaining to watch. The thing about them though is that they're coming up on a lot of ultimates, but they don't have much. They have the damage boost for now, and if Guile just engages on this team, they don't have a lot to stop it. Oh, Danik's coming up on the Coalescence super quick.
Oh, it's kind of like just, ooh, that was a long punch. Absolutely huge coming in from Guile. ZCR in the back line trying to punch out onto User Went. Can it take a fight? This Guile comes up and finishes him. Here comes the barrage from the Widow. Absolutely huge, getting 2 players out of that fight.
99%. No one's going to be able to touch, and that will be the first point. Going to Hunky Dory News, match point for Diesel Engines. They need to win this next map and the map after this just to stay in this tournament. Just to stay in this upper bracket, that is.
Yeah. Honestly, that was a very good just sign of life coming in from Diesel.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like they kind of found their foothold in a more aggressive kind of play style. They were playing a bit passive in the previous matches. They kind of didn't want to go in with their Pharah, but then they started going in, Ziari going in with just the Mercy Pocket, ZCR just going in with the Doomfist. It was finding a lot of picks as well, and even challenging Guile, which was very entertaining to see. And often it killed Guile, even though ZCR wouldn't finish him off. He just had enough damage on him that the rest of his team would finish off Guile. So that was just huge to see from him as well.
Yep. Really big plays coming out from Hunky Dory News. They know exactly how to play around this Doomfist from Guile. And I'm just wondering throughout this tournament, it does seem like they will move up and keep themselves in the upper bracket here. Oh, no, I might have
Guile
spoken too
finishes
soon.
them off.
Dory,
There you go, baby. 2 picks coming straight from him.
3.
3, man, that's crazy. We were talking about the ZCR McCree, but maybe it was the Zari one. We just needed to be see.
Yeah.
Finding 3 off of that fight. Absolutely beautiful. Honestly, yeah, honestly, now I'm thinking Guile's going to have a bit of a problem here. He has a McCree and a Doomfist to worry about. You do have Widow on the Reaper who could possibly take care of that Doomfist, but it's not like a direct counter to.
No, it isn't. It actually is kind of in the favor of Doomfist because Reaper has a way to like get out of the Doomfist abilities, but he doesn't really have anything that can kill him immediately. Oh, this comes out from Johnny.
Ooh, here comes the punch from ZSR. ZCR just going crazy here, trying to find a pick here. Here comes the High Noon, the Deadeye from Zurari.
Get any? Oh, it gets John.
Ooh, ZCR going for the Meteor Strike, finds one onto Aquatic. Wolf is just putting down those damage orbs, however, though. Just trying to keep the shield up, trying to keep everyone up.
Another
ZCR
fight win
knowing
from
not to
Diesel
overextend. Very nice.
They're kind of destroying right now, and they don't have too many ults. They have the beat to come through. Someone is dying.
You're not supposed to notice that, man.
Alright,
This is how it is.
We're good. We're good. I unmuted it.
You unmuted the ambulance. It's crazy. That's some power right there. We do have the
Unmuted
strip
it and
fight
then
coming
unmuted
here.
the ambulance. Oh, Guile with the pick.
Ooh,
ZCR.
Yeah, definitely. That was a huge pick. Guile can find his room here. He can find the advantage, not having a Doomfist to fight. Zurari, however, getting Widow out of that fight. Guile has to pull back, but he does take down the McCree. So we see ZCR onto the Tracer now. A bit of an interesting pick running into Doom, but it seems like Diesel's going to be able... they're not going to get their foothold here, and it's going to go back to Hunky Dory.
You know what, though? They did stall to 85%, and that means that this might be the last fight. Diesel Engine might win this if they just win one more fight. It could be really good for them. ZCR going to be swapping back to the Doomfist. I think Tracer was a stall pick. It wasn't like necessarily
Yeah, definitely.
a crazy good pick.
You
Zurari
do-
has
you
the
do-
dead eyes. Eye on that. Here we go.
Ooh, here comes the punches. Here comes the Meteor Strike from Guile. In that small room, it's going to be brutal. He gets punched back by ZCR.
So low.
Ooh.
He gets out.
Almost gets out of there. Here comes the Gravitic Flux coming in from Wolf, trying to push out the rest of the team. Guile finds a pick on the Danik and onto Zurari.
And the dominance begins again for Hunky Dory News. Able to win another fight with very few ults being used. Just the Meteor Strike and the and that was really it, right? All they used was the Meteor Strike. Baited out the Gravitic Flux and the Deadeye. So
You do have a lot of ults. Here comes the Gravitic Flux from Aquatic.
Big
Pulling
flux.
everyone up and dropping them straight down, showing them the laws of gravity. This is a very interesting fight here. ZCR finds the pick on the Guild. Here comes the Blizzard from the May.
beautiful
And
Blizzard.
he does find the pick onto the McCree. Hunky Dory just winning that fight off the Blizzard alone. Widow getting a 2-pick headshot.
that was an amazing Blizzard coming from Widow. They completely expected they'd come through that direction. Widow was able to pull that out. Wolf wasn't able to eat the Blizzard. Really hard to eat ultimates with Sigma. But this is coming down to the last fight. Winner of this fight will take at this point. Follow lessons to
Very
start
cool
off.
fight. Deadeye coming from Zurari.
Did
Are
I
they gonna be able
do
to
anything in a
touch?
C9? The May wall takes it. Hunky Dory
takes
News going to take this whole series.
Ooh, baby, map 3 goes to them. Honestly, this last map right here was just an example of how good both teams are. They were just fighting strong, in fact.
Super
seems
well
just like
played from Guile and the gang. Dory News looks
one-to-one.
so strong coming into this tournament. And I think Diesel Engine have a lot of really good players.
They have
I think
potential,
Ferrari is
definitely.
kind of crazy on the McCree, but I think they need to work a little bit on how to counterpick honestly, this might have just been a game where you just didn't have anything to take care of the Doomfist, right? And the Doomfist just popped off all the game. Maybe this could have turned out better if they'd had a counter to the Doomfist. Unfortunately,
ZCR did pull out a Doomfist of his own, and it seems like it was doing some damage. You did have these one-on-one Doomfist fights just off in the corners of the map. And in the end, it would result in Guile's death, because he would just take so much damage, even though ZCR, he wouldn't finish it off. He would still get enough damage on for him if he went out into the fight just to get obliterated by the rest of the team. But it definitely it shows the potential of these teams on their supports as well. You did have some massive beat drops coming in.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. You had some really good beat drops. I'm not trying to throw any shade to Diesel Engines. I think that they can take this tournament really far. We will be getting an interview with we're getting Aquatic, the off tank from Hunky Dory News. How you doing, Aquatic? Are you here?
Yep. Hey there. Doing.
How you doing, man?
It's great. Here, you know what?
Oh, he's looking on his webcam. Webcam bros.
I don't think you're going to be shown. I don't think anyone's shown right now.
That's okay. I got you though. Hold on. Even good lighting.
Oh my God.
We don't even get that here, dude.
I provide quality content.
Yeah,
he does. He honestly does.
But yeah, great.
So first question was, did you expect the series to end like that? That was kind of a crazy ending, right?
Oh yeah, I completely expected it, to be honest. You know,
man.
You do some scouting. You know, I think we know our potential, and you saw how it went.
Went really well for you guys.
It actually kind of was. It did win very in your guys' favor. I mean, come on, you guys were just so aggressive against them.
I know. I mean, we even pulled out the Ryan Monkey on them. They did not expect that. Jumped right into him.
The Ryan Monkey, dude. Insane kind of combo.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely see a lot of gravitic fluxes coming from you as well. It seems like you were building those up almost every fight.
I know, man. It's the rocks. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they don't expect it.
Just yeet those rocks at them, dude.
That's what it is.
Those Dwaynes.
Yeah, they call me Kobe. I got called Kobe last scrim. I mean, I was hitting Pharaohs, eating people's ults, hitting them out of ults. They don't expect it.
They don't expect the giant boulder flying at them at 100 miles per hour. Definitely. I mean, I wouldn't expect that if it was flying at me.
Dory, you're making me forget my questions. Come on, bro.
Dude, what do you mean? I just asked how good his gravitic fluxes were, and then we started talking about eating boulders, alright?
No, that was really good. Actually, I remembered it. So, like, you guys have the strategy revolving around the Pharah and Doomfist combo, and I think that Guile is kind of insane on the Doomfist from the last match. But how long do you think that this is going to go? Other teams are going to be scouting. I mean, we have Bermuda Academy right here that are watching the stream. Are you guys going to be able to take this all the way with this combination? Or are you guys trying anything new as well?
Well, right now, I mean, you saw how the match went. Kind of vulnerable opponents, so we could kind of just roll with this comp, and we can just enable Guile to be able to pop off like that. You know, all we have to do is push up and punish what they were doing, so Guile could pop off in that way. You know, they didn't really punish his doom like Bermuda Academy could, or maybe some other top tier 3 teams. So
yeah, definitely.
I think you'll be seeing some other comps out of us on different maps. Maybe you saw like the Ball Diva, for example, or maybe even the Monkey Rhine. Once we clean those up a little bit, or you know, maybe roll out on them, but we didn't. I don't think we showed the entire thing yet.
Okay, my worry was that this is the first round of the tournament, and you're showing off this pick, right? You're showing off this pick, and a lot of teams are going to know about this now. So, like, what is your strategy going forward? Now that you've kind of answered that, and you know that you're going to be refining the strategy, and you also have some other ones, I have a little more faith. I mean, it was dominant. So, like, I don't know how crazy you guys, if this was a good showing from you guys, or this is like average.
You know,
every day.
I'm gonna be honest. I went to bed at 3 o'clock for playing Classic WoW, and I woke up, started playing Classic WoW. So,
a man of culture, dude.
Yes,
honestly.
sir. Yes, sir. I'm part of the Alliance too. I'm not some horde scum. I don't know,
man. Sorry, man.
Like that being said, we didn't really prepare for this match, to be honest with you. So I don't think you saw our full potential yet. I think once we come into this, maybe we get like a scrim warm up beforehand, and then we go against them, I think you'll see a better version of us. But that's just the beginning, you know.
Just from this like game as well, you can just see just the kind of synergy between you guys. You had Widow on the Pharaoh who was just doing this, he was putting pressure down while Guile just went in the backlines with his Doom and just started punching people.
Can you tell Widow to change his username?
Yeah, that was kind of.
Really
I don't know about that. He's a Widow one trick, but you know sometimes you got to put him on the flex DPS.
Yeah.
He's been playing Pharah like the whole game.
And we're like, Widow's dead, and we're like, wait.
Yeah, it's like
not that, though.
He might be a Widow one trick, but it's so disorientating to cast like Widow on the Pharah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh god.
Next time we're gonna switch our names to all the characters. We kind of one trick this time, so either what's gonna be Orisa, I will be Sigma. We'll have Widow.
Honestly,
And
it'll make
maybe
my
we'll
job a
change
lot
it.
easier, to be honest. I was kind of messing up on the other guy's name. I was saying ZSR, and I was just... if everyone's name was like Red Sigma, Blue Sigma, dude, come on.
Okay, yeah.
I'll be going crazy. I'll be like, oh, Red Sigma got to kill him, Blue Sigma.
Next question. How did you guys get your team name? Hunky Dory News. What does that mean? Where did it come from?
Actually, our founding father, Ankro. Maybe you saw him in chat. He's the founder of that name all the way since Team Calamity. I'm sure have you guys heard of that? We played in the first OD season, and he's the one that made that name. It's quite the masterpiece, I think.
What does it
Honestly, very nice.
Just a good time. That's what
it's a good time, dude. Have you
Yeah,
ever heard something like
exactly.
Hunky Dory and then the news they give you? It's like good news, everyone. You know,
it's all hunky dory. You know,
everything's fine. Everything's good, baby. You know what I mean? It's just
that makes me think of Winnable, like the Winnable team. Like they're so positive and everything, and they have such a good environment around themselves, and the team name is Winnable. You know what I mean? It's like,
honestly,
let's go.
The energy coming from like you, man, is like, is your whole team like this? Is everyone just hunky dory about how they're playing? I think that's just where it is. Everyone's just like, we're good, man. We're a-okay. Don't worry about it.
It's okay. Even we lost a fight. We're laughing. You know, we're having casual.
Fine,
it's okay. You know, I don't. If we lose a map, we're all hunky dory.
No,
that's really sick.
Dory, dude.
Last question that I have for you is, what is the origin of your username? Aquatic.
I like fish.
Shut up.
You know, man, I don't know.
It's the kind of thing. People just get their names. They just get their names. Like, if I was like, why is your name Chase, dude? You wouldn't be like...
It was just, I had an embarrassing last name. Not gonna leak it. No leaks around here.
No.
So I had to switch it. I had to and rebranding. You know what I mean? As you see in the tier 3 scene a lot.
People who had their their first and last name as their username, dude.
I'd say it was more like an anime username. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man. We got
that's as far as we're going there.
Sasuke Baka.
Jesus, man.
That's me, dude.
That's him. It's him, dude. It's Sasuke Baka.
Sasuke Baka 24. Well, thank you so much, Aquatic, for having us. Appreciate the webcam. It was really funny.
Yeah, thank you.
I know that. I don't think that anyone can see it. I think they're just on the end.
Maybe.
Thanks for
we
watching.
don't know that, man. But
that's okay.
He put the effort in. He put the effort in.
Yeah.
I really gotta say, I really appreciate everyone for watching and staying tuned. MVP.
Do we have our beautiful MVP?
Voting for Aquatic.
Bias.
Do I pick the MVP?
No. It is a tie between Guile and John.
Ooh. John did have some crazy reses though, so you know what? That's warranted. Those reses.
Right.
And they were mostly on the Guile. Yeah.
He's got a 4.5 Mercy player and Lucia. It's just nuts.
Yeah.
You know?
It definitely shows. It definitely shows just how well he can get out of the fights and just help his Pharaoh.
Oh.
I think Dominator was trying to join the call, but he's supposed to leave it. There we go. That's awkward.
It was a bit scary, honestly.
That did scare me.
That was like a horror game, bro.
Dude, but yeah, definitely are. It's kind of a tie, so I don't know, man. We never had a tie before.
Yeah, I guess both winners.
Yeah, both two-time MVP.
You guys win some brownie points. Congrats.
That was scary. I'm still a little stunned from that, honestly. It's just kind of...
No, stop making this awkward. Aquatic, appreciate you for stopping by the interview. Good luck in the rest of your tournament, and we will see you soon.
Yes, sir. I'll see you next time.
GG's,
Bye.
Next
man.
week.
GG's.
GG's.
What a fun
that'll
time.
That'll be match 1 for this tournament in 1 hour, because this only lasted an hour, at 9 p.m. EDT, 6 p.m. PDT, or Pacific. We will be seeing the second match. It will be Magnetera, who is a veteran to these tournaments, versus Moonlight, brand new team. Started a little while ago. We will be seeing some more new talent come into the Tier 3 scene from this tournament as well. So I'm really excited to see anything. Nooney, any last words before we end here?
This was fun. That's all. Thank you.
Oh my god, you're such a troll. Anyways, thank you guys so much for stopping by, supporting the Tier 3 scene. We will see you in 1 hour. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere unless you need to use the bathroom.
Yeah.
Peace out, guys.
Bye-bye.